this matchup is a weird one. Obviously, Reflector is big in play. It forces Deliboid to approach a lot more than he would choose to. Hero's Bow is essentially invalidated. There's no reason to use that.
Yeah.
Boomerang is more about an angle than anything else. You can probably avoid getting killed by it, and then Bomb is usually not going to get reflected because you're usually not just tossing it out randomly. But if you are, it's because you're trying to get away from ledge or falling like that.
Exactly. And oh, the drag down, trying to do some devious stuff, but Syphir has so far, so good. 127% in terms of an advantage state, and then finds the back air to close it out. Deliboid gonna have to make up some ground here with this opening.
Yeah, we've got our 11th seed in Deliboid versus our 14th seed in Syphir, both, of course, from Illinois, where we currently are.
All right. And yeah, there goes that reflector. Honestly, Falco has one of the best reflectors, if not one of the most unique ones in the game. It comes, you know, as soon as Falco throws it out, it's reflecting is active, that frame one. And it's just very tough to kind of get a projectile past Falco if, you know, they're at all ready for it.
Yeah, the thing is, it is very punishable. So if Deliboid is in a position to throw Bomb and not get hit by the reflector, he can run in and get the kill with, you know, the range that you're usually throwing Bomb from.
Yeah.
But it's going to involve you getting your feet back on the ground, and Syphir's not letting it happen.
And that's another thing that's so deadly about this matchup, the edge guarding, but the hero spin coming through in the end, but there goes that up tilt back air.
That's true.
Speaking of KO confirms, Boomerang forward air. Deliboid was quick about that one.
Yeah, this is still a full stock down, unfortunately, for Deliboid. It's doable, but you have to create space for yourself, and that's just so difficult when the vertical game plan from Syphir is so hefty, right? Like, you don't have a lot of great aerial speed to drift yourself away. You have great air acceleration to drift in and out, but that's not going to matter if you're getting up air. That's going to cover both ways that you drift.
Yeah, exactly here. So, Syphir, so steady. Oh my gosh, got the bomb reflected and hit. It was, the reflector was on its way back, and it still reflected the bomb. That was really tough. Tough scenario to be put in, and it's just looking all Syphir so far.
Syphir indeed. Able to get back, finds a grab. But Syphir finds that Phantasm back to stage, is able to land and get safe position again. And that's going to be it. A Phantasm into a double jump back air is just a classic confirm, as Syphir's not dropped those all day.
Yeah, and it's even more deadly because doing that aerial illusion gives you a lot more time to kind of find that KO confirm.
A lot of energy in, in the room today.
And I would bet my money on it that was kilogram hours. There's no way it wasn't. That's the guy, the DDD extraordinaire. He brings life to the venue for sure.
Oh yeah.
But speaking of life, Deliboid really didn't get much opportunity to, you know, breathe life into their gameplay in that game one. Syphir was just kind of finding every opening they needed, and then just cutscenes. Cutscenes back to back to back until he found the KO confirm, and then Deliboid had to start stock 2.
Yeah, this isn't going to be a stage diff type of game either. Both players have a lot of ways to work on any stages, but they're not like unique advantages that either one gets. And Syphir is just playing both advantage and neutral a lot more successfully than Deliboid is. So yeah, I think he understands that, runs it to small battlefield, and just says, I need to figure out how I'm going to find my openings here. Running into fair is not it. Yeah,
no, not at all. And it's really tough. You have to be very disciplined against Falco fair, because not only does it have a bunch of hitboxes, it has that landing hitbox that's so pesky too. It's really tough when they kind of drift back with it.
Yeah, and these frame 2 air dodges also make combos really difficult. Up throw, up air, though, you don't need to hit it within the first frame to get that one to confirm, and that is going to kill off the top.
Yeah, and Syphir already started the second stock the same as the first. Just all gas, no brakes here. Syphir, just when they find their opening, they just kind of keep pushing their advantage, try to see how much they can get on Deliboid.
Grab there. Yeah, tosses the bomb, but just going high, recovering high is so difficult if you're not prepared for it, because Phantasm comes out quickly, and if you space it well enough close to a platform, you also don't have very much options to punish it as Toon lane.
Okay, yeah, you got to get out of there. When Syphir's spamming that up tilt, you know what he's trying to go for next. So
yeah, not much to worry about here as Syphir. All you need to do is fish for your options, and it's usually going to hit Toon lane. That's a nice deep, deep cut there. Yeah,
and Falco has such a great edge guarding game because of their multiple multi-hit aerials that they can do rising with that huge jump they have. They can go so deep.
Yeah, and Toon Link's aerials come out so slowly that you can't really threaten a trade. Not only, well, I should say you can't really threaten an approach while recovering because you'll get hit out of it, and you can't threaten a trade, which is the best that you could do with how slow your aerials come out because you'll just lose. You don't have a lot of great options to recover like the other links do. That's unfortunate, and that's going to be a 3-stock for Syphir.
Yeah, you know, I saw like the gears turning. You know, Deliboid did a very smart option in recovering. You know, just air dodged into the Falco or the Firebird, and then just wasn't able to jump, miss input, and then plummeted to their doom.
Game 3,
Yep.
potential tournament game for Deliboid. And he's going to switch it up to Lucina. This is a notoriously annoying matchup for Falco to deal with. You have so much, of course, in the way of disjoints to work with, but you also have great air acceleration, and you have decent ground speed as well, that you can kind of just run around and force Syphir to look for openings while you just space it out. I would consider it, you know, akin to the reason you would pick Corrin against Sonic, except the ground approaches are not as potent as the aerial approaches.
Yes, indeed. And you can see so far already working dividends here for Deliboid, but it just is one Syphir advantage state for me to eat my words.
Yeah, and Deliboid needs to avoid getting thrown too far horizontally off stage because that's where you have to worry about getting edge guarded. But if you're just straight under the stage, you kind of avoid the edge guard altogether.
Oh,
and that's how Syphir found a lot of those openings, by the way. That's how he found a lot of kills earlier on. So I think that is entirely invalidated, and we're seeing that now with Deliboid evening up stock 1. Just dying too far. You're too far.
A lot was going on there, but man, honestly, the counter was the one that like started it all, and then ended up Deliboid getting edge guarded here, and there goes the drag down. Yeah, this is big money damage. Not able to find the second up air, but yeah, Deliboid has to really be careful what they do outside of the combo, you know? So Syphir has his cutscene, you know, he has his combo. It's what you do afterwards that really determines if you're going to take 80 or lose your stock, right?
Yeah, Lucina does a really great job at edge guarding Falco. Falco's recovery is fairly linear. You know, once you get him in that uncomfortable position a little bit too far off stage, of course he can Phantasm if he's directly horizontal there, and if you're not prepared for it, then, you know, you can't do much. You can catch it with a down air. I mean, I don't have time to explain any of this stuff. Like,
yeah. It's just going by so fast. He found, Syphir found that up throw and just immediately takes the stock there. I mean, Deliboid has been getting dragged down onto these platforms all sets, even on the Lucina here. Oh man, and Syphir's really clicking, trying to throw in even a reflector into that combo.
Not a fair.
Leash.
That's crazy that the up air didn't hit, but the down air did.
Yeah, it was just like barely missed space. Dips low, and the back air sweet spots, not just trading, but sweet spots.